Greetings, Sag. Welcome, my dear friends, to Eureka Elementals. Thank you so very much for joining me. I want you to know that wherever you are loved and you're about to be honored. And the reason why I say that, you are going to feel right after the most recent supermoon, that's that blue moon in Aquarius, that all of a sudden everything's going to start falling into your hands like putty. Okay? You're going to be entering into a season, Sagittarius, of transformation. You're going to wonder, where did this shift? It's going to feel monumental. It may actually, I'm hearing, shock the crap out of you. Okay? My nose has started itching. So you're probably going to wonder, what happened? Am I living in alternate reality? Could be. Or you you skipped many timelines because of your good deeds. So we're going to look into all of this and see what's happening. All right, as you can see here, I bought Anubis. I'm using the Anubis Oracle deck as my inspiration. It was the very first deck that I ever bought. It's about transformation and healing, which I think many are going through at this time. But if you're here with me, it's because you've been on this ride for some time, right? So we're going to look at this as far as your context, your focus, and the outcome, right? Now, in the context, the way that I saw this is that your ancestors looked at you, right? This is judgment, right? Ancestors, your spirit guides saw you as a beautiful pot. They knew you're really the pot, but they knew that you had all of this potential to have this beauty spring from within you. I'm not going to move too many of the cards because just laying this out was very time consuming. But the intent is that you set your intentions on the new moon to plant something with the hopes that it would grow. And we are in this 8th year, so perhaps you started a new project this year, and you put the soil in and you planted your seeds, and you were able to grow. And so you might have felt as though that that for some reason, we're in the month of August right now, and you may have felt as though this wasn't your time. You followed your instincts or your nudging, but it wasn't your time. The reason why I say this, because it says here, skip the next player's turn, right? But what you noticed is that all of a sudden, whatever you see that you planted had supernatural backings, meaning what would normally take say for instance, as an example, 8 weeks to bloom for you in 4. Like everything was speeding up for you. And this is because your ancestors, you came here to be a generational curse breaker. You were putting in that ancestral work. You see the number is 20. They were generous with the see, this is why I'm not going to pick it up. It took me forever just to lay these out. They were quite generous with the giftings that they gave to you to utilize during this particular season. And the reason being is that because and even spirit, the divine, the deities, you had the solar energies backing you. The sun, the happiest card in the deck, represented by Amun-Ra, was there to help you with this transfiguration process and help refine you into alchemical gold. So you went through a process of death and rebirth. When you came out on the other end, you were transformed into, it's almost like, they say you yes, you turn lead to gold. You were alchemical gold, refined by the divine. Okay, so you had blessing upon blessing. Blessing upon blessing. Your ancestors are saying it's because you're El Valiente, you're brave. You're brave. They love the fact that you're El Valiente, you're brave. You don't back down. And when the fight comes to you, you get your bow and your arrow ready, and you're ready. You're not giving up. And that's, man, your ancestors, listen, they're proud of you. They're proud of you. And they're like, listen, they're blowing the trumpet. They're like, this is our Sag. This is our rep, man. She's come to help the bloodline. You done some work, Sag. You done some work. And as a result now, your cup, right? They gave you a cup. You went to this death and rebirth, and you started pouring into yourself. This is like a cup, a saucepan. You started pouring a glass. You started pouring into yourself, and when you had the extra, then you pour it into the pot where you had these plants going, and now you're blooming. You're blooming. And your ancestors are also saying, yes, give her the la rosa. Give her the roses. She deserves the roses. He deserves the roses. They put in the work. Their heart is pure. They did this stuff. They're nurturing. They're sweet. They're kind. They did the right thing. Okay? Their heart is sincere. And so they come with, you have the Queen of Cups energy, right? So as a result, you have to succeed in the energy of the Chariot. Okay? So they're like, listen, okay, our Sag is balanced, Maat. Speaks the truth. They're radiant, they're balanced, they're honest, they're beautiful, they're nurturing. Okay? And they went through hell to uplift the bloodline. Ooh. And as a result now, the outcome is that you're growing like into a forest. Albino, the pine, you're like a pine tree. Your roots are so solid, and your expanse, whatever project you're working on, whatever you're growing, it's gonna take off. It's gonna be like, like you go, anybody who lives in the South, and I live in the South here in America, and if you cross over into the border of Georgia, everybody knows Georgia by the pine trees. That's what it's going to be like for your Sagittarius. Your trademark is going to be so distinctive that people are like, that's Sagittarius work. That's Sagittarius work. It's going to stand tall and stand apart. And they'll know that you've got your hand all over it. You've got your hand all over it. And what you'll notice as well is like everything's going to fall into place, because even with a lot of these cards that I have here, it tells you can steal a card from another player. You may play another card. Everything like lined up for you like putty and coming right into your hands. Like I said, you're going to be like this. And look, money, 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 money. I don't care how it comes, because you've been putting in the hard work. You've been putting in the hard work. Whatever project you're working on, you're putting in the work. You're watching it grow. And right now you're budgeting. But if you count, if you count, you have 6, 7, 13, and 13 and 4, 17 pentacles. What is it? You're on fire. You're on fire. Why? Because now you've entered the mystery and you've learned to alchemize all of these energies. You're an alchemist. You've entered the mystery. You're an initiate. Okay, and that may also mean that you may have some organizations, I'm not going to say which, but they have secret handshakes that may be wanting to reach out to you as well. But you've been making the investments, you've been doing the work, and people are taking notice, right? So what you end up having now is that you've had a transformation. Your mind is also the Queen of Swords. Your mind is sharp. Nobody can pull the wool over your eyes. Nobody can pull the wool over your eyes. Why? Because you're inspired. At the very foundation, you have an inspiration, a new beginning given to you, a gift by the divine. Nobody can take that away from you. Again, the divine and your ancestors, the spirit guides, have been conspiring for your absolute success. So this is a very, very, very good spread about the fact that you have been transformed from a seed into full blossom into tree. You are on a growth mode. If this was a chart, the trajectory, I'm hearing all the way up, all the way up. This is how you're going. And what is Spirit telling you now? Now you have a new mindset, right? Your inner peace is different. Look at that. From a foundational perspective, 4, you are the joy seeker. You're in your joy mode. You're in your joy mode. What little victories can you celebrate? You're celebrating victory, victory, victory. You're stacking them up. You're stacking them up. And for those of you who are numerology enthusiasts, okay, who was it that had a bunch of 13s? It was Scorpio. Scorpio had a ton of 13s. You have, let me make sure I get this right. You've got a few sevens, right? You've got 7, 7. Right, okay. You've got 8, 8. So a couple of master numbers, right? You've got, let's see. Okay. 5, 5. So 5, 5, 7, 7, 8, 8. All master numbers, right? And 9, 9. Ooh, death and fire. Listen. 5, 5, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. Bam, 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 bam. Like I said, trajectory. You're off the charts, right? And if you are thinking of, for whatever reason, because we're in energy right now, people are thinking of changing careers, you may want to get into a speaking engagement, because with Blue Lace Agate, it says, when you speak, the people listen. Speak your truth and share your wisdom and knowledge. Use your life experiences to bring a message to the forefront. Tell stories to demonstrate who you are and passionately illustrate your points. It is time to speak the truth. Your affirmation, Sag: I am heard and understood. I easily and honestly communicate what is on my mind. I speak eloquently. My courage helps me communicate with ease. So, Blue Lace Agate, for those of you who want to utilize this to help you ease into this new role, whatever you're doing, honey, you're going to end up on some magazine. So, give me a little shout out when you end up on a magazine cover. Say, see, Miss Eureka told me so, right? And what do you want to know ultimately? The number is 23. And it's the eagle spirit. You have a new guide. So if you're seeing the eagles flying, hawks, eagles, all that stuff, it's another divine sign. The number is 23. But you just a 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay? Eagle spirit has your back. And I'm hearing there is nothing that anyone can do about that. You are so beloved. So the valiente, el valiente. I keep seeing this, el valiente. El valiente. Okay, you're getting roses because you're so valiant. Roses and a lot of moolah because you're so valiant. Because you're so valiant. Your ancestors love you, man. Your ancestors love you, and you're on fire too. What else can I say? Great reading, great reading. What a way to transform your whatever path you're on. It's all the way up. That's what I got for you, Sag. Bye.